say yes.
Yes.
All opposed say no. Yeses have it, motion carried. Item 7.22 is a motion to approve the Roofers Union Local Number 149 to hold a canister drive on June 15, 2024 from 8 a.m. until 12 p.m.
Motion. Support.
Ms. Brandon and myself.
Motion by Councilman Grandin, supported by Councilman Wood. In stereo.
Right.
Any discussion?
Chairman,
Yes.
just to point out to people that they're doing the drive for dollars against diabetes, so it's not necessarily for the union or anything, so good cause.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All opposed say no. Yeses have it, motion carried. Item 7.23 is a motion to nominate and appoint blank to fill the vacant position on the Taylor City Council per section 4.5 of the Taylor City Charter. Is there a motion? Is there a motion? Hearing none, that will take us to open business, and it's our customary practice. We'll look to the council first and elected officials, and then I will open it up to open business for the audience. Councilwoman Brandon.
Could you tell us how people can get tickets? I believe it's on the website for the concerts or the fireworks, where to get them and when that starts.
So if you go to our website, it's right on the main page. There should be a link there that you can click on. You can pick which day you want the concert, which concert you prefer, and then I think there's a package deal as well. I'm not positive, but basically right on our website. I think it's all done through the computer now. I don't even think we sell our tickets anymore, so it would be through the website.
Councilwoman.
Yeah, that was someone who didn't have internet at their house. So
Okay.
is there any other way to get them? And remember, did we go through it someone before that people could buy tickets?
You used to be able to go to the rec center, but
Through the chair, that's what I was
Yeah.
going to recommend. Let me, Guido might have left already, but let me check with him and I will definitely let you know. But I think if you do not have a computer or something like that, you can go to the rec center. Or maybe even if you're closer to the pet farm.
Well, you could also probably go to the library, utilize the computer services in the library.
Thank you.
Councilman Johnson.
Yes, I was looking for Mr. Richards. I don't know if he left already.
He's out there.
He's running.
yes,
Yeah, on the list.
Good evening.
Good evening, everybody. I guess I'm being summoned.
Yes, you are. Got a few people asking me about restorations from water main breaks then. Where are we at? Are we
We're,
started?
to the chair, we're slightly behind this year, but a lot of them may have been referred to with concrete. Did they happen to mention that they were concrete repaired?
No, this is just dirt.
Okay. I know we're slightly behind. I know we're pretty close to wrapping up. If you could maybe give me them addresses, and hopefully they maybe just have, on some rare occasions they do get missed, but they're pretty much in the concrete portion of it, and then they'll go back and restore the. Obviously, they have to do the concrete first before they go back and restore the dirt. But I'll make sure if you give me them addresses, I will make sure that they're done. But we're pretty much. Typically, my goal is Memorial Weekend and Halloween. So anything happens during the week, during the winter months, I want done by Memorial Weekend. And anything happens during the summer months, I want done by Halloween. That's my typical goal. But they did come to me and tell me they were a little bit behind just because we did
towing. So bear with me because it might be a little long, but we first had this issue come before us February 6th, so it's been about 4 months since the Robert Spill response road remediation issue was first brought forward. On February 20th, there was a series of motions made, and just wanted to, give some update to those and then ask questions and updates on a few. So the first was this council passed to issue an RFQ for a new towing contract by, I believe it was August 10th, 2024. So a towing committee was recently convened. We've met twice. We meet this Thursday to just give you an idea of where that process is at. So really hoping, and I want to be clear that this council did pass a motion to issue a new RFQ. So it's not an amendment of our current contract. It is to take this out to bid. And if that's any different than anyone up here, then please speak on that. The second was directing Corporation Counsel and the Director of Finance to perform an audit of the records of our current vendor, because there's discrepancies in invoices that have been sent to council members that don't match up with the contract. One item I'll talk about specifically was the basic tow rate says $150. There's other line items in the contract that say $95 per hour or different classifications that specifically say per hour. That is a flat rate. And almost every tow bill I've seen so far is $150 times 1.5 hours times 2 hours. And Corporation Counsel, I'd like for you to look at that. This again stems back to what are we doing to enforce the contract that's in place right now? I know a letter was sent I think the letter was sent April 21st, one indicating that there's a contract in place, and two was requesting the invoices for the past year, and the vendor's response was that the Director of Finance couldn't come on site and look at those. So we're in a position, I asked for a report February 16th, I followed up on that multiple times, we've yet to receive it. So how do we know if a vendor that we contract with, that has a signed agreement, is charging individuals appropriately? So what is I guess my question is, what is the status of the audit? How can we ensure that the vendor is charging people appropriately? Because again, we as a city put this contract in place. We contact this vendor, so we should be held accountable to make sure people are charged appropriately.
Through the chair, the Director of Finance and I did discuss ability to do an audit of their books. Neither of us feel that we have the expertise to do that. I've recommended that if it's going to be done, an audit's going to be done, an outside vendor should be retained who does have the expertise to do that, but I don't think we have the capability to do that. Jason, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think that's within our area that we usually engage in.
Through Chair, to my knowledge, like I said, I wasn't aware of the full response that he said that the Director of Finance could come on site. I didn't see that communication. But I can just make a couple comments. When we look at an inspection versus an audit, I do agree with Corp Counsel. An audit is a very detailed and a pretty all-inclusive engagement. And the recommendation myself would be that if an audit would be done, then we would probably have to seek maybe some assistance from outside, maybe like a Plant Moran or a similar firm. But again, like I said, determining, like I said, in the accounting world, there's audit, review, inspection, there's all kinds of engagements. But a full-fledged audit would actually be, because you're actually looking for an opinion that something is not in accordance with the contract, and that would have to be from an independent type of auditor for an audit situation. But there's other engagements that can be done, but like I said, when we use the term audit, it's a very encompassing engagement. And I agree with Corp Counsel. If an audit is what we expect from the city, then I would recommend that we would